Hi Mary.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
And you. Thanks for coming. I think I need your help, really.
Well, I'll do what I can to help you, Mary. How have you been since you came home from hospital a couple of weeks ago?
The chest infection has cleared up, but I'm not as well as I was before I got it.
Right, right. In what way do you not feel so well?
Just feel really, tired, and my muscles are really weak, and
Right.
I'm still having problems with breathing, which I don't know. I'm getting these headaches, and I think that's to do with the breathing thing as well.
Yeah, yeah. How do all of these problems make you feel?
Well, I suppose I've been thinking about the future, and
Right,
I don't feel like I've got any control.
right. What can I do for you, Mary, to help you get some control?
Well, I suppose I was thinking about my medical treatment in the future.
Oh, okay. What did you want to discuss about your medical treatment?
Well, it was really hard being in hospital.
Right.
I mean, I know the nurses are busy, and
Yeah.
I do understand that, but I just felt that they didn't really understand what I was, trying to say to them, and
Yeah,
I had antibiotics on a drip,
yeah,
and it took the doctors quite a few goes to actually,
yeah.
get the drip in, and it was really painful, and I just wish, to be honest, I wish you hadn't sent me there.
Sounds like you had a tough time.
I did, and I suppose the more I've been thinking about it, it's the more that I don't want antibiotics on a drip, and I don't want to go back into hospital.
Oh, okay. Well, what would you like to do if you got another bad chest infection like you did the last time?
Well, I've discussed it with my husband and my daughter,
Yeah,
and I think I've made it clear I don't want to be treated with antibiotics, and I don't want to go back into hospital.
right. Okay.
I've been thinking about filling out one of those forms.
Oh, what form is that?
I think it's called a living will.
Oh, okay. Well, there are forms out there similar to a living will, but there has been a change in the law, and the new name for this form is an advanced decision to refuse treatment form.
Yeah, I think that sounds like what I was looking at, yeah.
Okay. Well, Mary, while you can tell us what you want and what you don't want, you just let us know, and we'll follow your wishes. You don't need a form in that case. You just tell us, and we'll just follow your wishes. The advanced decision to refuse treatment form comes into effect when you become incapable of telling us the treatments that you don't want. So say, for example, you lost mental capacity to tell us the treatments that you did not want. This then is when the form would kick in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Right. Why would you want to fill in a form like that at this stage?
Well, it's like I said before, I've discussed it with my husband and my
Yeah.
daughter, and to be quite honest, I've just had enough.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, you've had a tough time, and what sort of things were you thinking of putting in this kind of form?
Well, it's like I said before, I feel quite clear that I don't want antibiotics by a drip.
Yeah, yeah,
And I want to be at home, I don't want
Yeah.
to be back in hospital.
right, right. Well, the form does cover refusing treatments such as antibiotics by drip. It doesn't cover not going back into hospital, but it's helpful for us to know that. the form is also a legal document, so it does have to be filled in quite a precise, specific kind of a way.
What do you mean precise?
Well, as I say, the form covers treatments that you would not want to have, such as antibiotics, but doesn't cover not going back into hospital. The form also has to be clear so that another doctor or another nurse can understand what's in the form. I can clarify things a bit more for you if you wish.
So I can put in about refusing treatment.
That's right. That's right.
So does that cover the circumstances?
Yes, exactly. The form is about refusing the treatment, but also the circumstances exactly around refusing the treatment.
Right.
So, for example, in your case, Mary, you say you don't want antibiotics by drip.
No.
Well, I think the form has to be a little bit more specific. So, for example, you say you wouldn't want the antibiotics by drip, but would you want the antibiotics, say, by mouth or through your feeding tube? Or you'd also have to be clear about not wanting the antibiotics for a chest infection, but then you might want to have them for an infection somewhere else, for example, an infection of your waterworks. Or you'd have to put in the form that you would not want antibiotics in any circumstances. Do you get the idea?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I don't want antibiotics at all, and
Okay.
to be honest, I just want to be at home.
Sure, I understand, Mary. The other thing about the form is that it has to be done in a specific way if it's about refusing life-sustaining treatments. And in some circumstances, the antibiotics could be a life-sustaining treatment for you.
Right.
Would you like me to clarify that a bit more?
Yeah.
If you want to refuse a treatment that would save your life, there are 3 requirements. 1, it has to be in writing. 2, it has to be signed and witnessed. And 3, you'd have to be clear that you're refusing the treatment even at risk to your life. Does that sound clear?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Well, what I can do, Mary, is when I come back next, I can bring you an information leaflet about this. This information leaflet would tell you who to give copies of the form to, and I can bring you a copy of the form, and I can come back and clarify things a bit more, because we have discussed a lot. As I say, Mary, the other thing about it is that you can write the form and then you can cancel it at any time, or you can change your mind about it at any time. However, if the form was in place and you then became sort of incapable of telling us your wishes, if you lost the mental capacity, then we would look at the form and we would follow your wishes in the form. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I think it's exactly what I want, actually.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about everything we've discussed now?
Well, it's a lot to take in, but
Yeah.
As I say before, I've been thinking about it quite a bit, and
Yeah.
I think that's what I want.
Okay, Mary. Well, as I say, I'll come back again tomorrow with the information, but I want to assure you that we'll be here for you and for your family throughout all of this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for coming.
Okay, Mary.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.